Hello people, in this video look at this general anatomy question, sarcomere. This has been asked only for 3 marks, so I'm thinking they want you to write this diagram of sarcomere and also explain it in 2-3 lines. Okay, so this topic comes under muscles, so it is a very general thing, so we will put it under general anatomy. So this is one of the previous year questions for anatomy. Okay, sarcomere. Now what is sarcomere? It is the contractile unit of a skeletal muscle, right? So this is how it looks. You can see the sarcomere. Sarcomere is from this Z line to Z line. So you see this dark line here, these two, Z line to Z line, it is sarcomere. You have to learn how to draw this diagram, so let's practice it immediately. First, the context, this is skeletal muscle, this is the striated muscles, right? So in this, when you look at the structure, microscopic structure, you will see this kind of structure. This is the relaxed structure. You can see how the actins are apart, you can see, and then when they contract, the actins have come close, right? So this is contracted muscle. So don't worry so much about all this. We will teach you in detail. The exam, they're expecting you to draw the diagram of sarcomere. So first what you do is draw the Z line and Z line. Z line and Z line. Between the two Z line is what you have is the sarcomere. Okay, Z line, between that you have sarcomere. Okay, now what you do very easily, you just draw like this. Actin, 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 actin. Okay, now you have to draw myosin in the middle. Correct? Myosin, myosin, like this you draw. Okay, now the myosin actually has heads. These heads only will attach to the actin and bring them together. So now labeling this is not at all difficult. Here you have the Z line. Here you have the Z line. Between these two you have the sarcomere. This one you are going to label as actin. This one you will label as myosin, the thick filament. Now the zones I will tell you. Okay. So between Z and Z what you have is India and America. Okay. So focus here. What you have is India and America. So basically here in the middle you say this is America, right? And either side you say this is India. Okay, so India plus America plus India is the sarcomere between the two Z lines. What are these? These are bands. I band, A band, I band. So India, America, India is there between two Z lines. So this is sarcomere. These are the bands. What is A? America. America is representing this myosin to myosin. See, from one end of myosin to the other end of myosin. That only is America. Okay, America has taken control of the thick myosin. Remember, with all the heads. So America has taken control of that. Within this America, right? Within America, there is a Hawaii island. So you'll call it that as Hawaii zone. Okay, H zone it is. Okay, don't say band. This is actually H zone. So this H zone, what does H zone, this island represent? This is the part where there is only myosin. Correct? This is the part where there is only myosin. So only the thick filaments are there in Hawaii Island. It does not have any actin. That is H zone. Okay. So did you understand? India, America, India. In America you have Hawaii. So that is H zone. That is the part which has only the myosin. Very good. The thick part. Okay. It doesn't have any actin. Now what happens in contraction? In contraction, you can say only America will be there in contraction. So A will be from here to here. That distance will not change. India and Hawaii Islands will reduce. So India will almost become very narrow. So India will become very narrow and H will actually disappear because Hawaii Islands itself will disappear. India will become very narrow. Okay, Hawaii Islands will disappear. The only person who's there is America. Who is America? From this myosin to myosin thick filament, only that guy will be there. Okay. So here, this is the relaxed muscle. You can see there is an I, there is a H, there is a A. So everybody is nice. And as soon as there is contraction, you can see H zone has disappeared. I band has become narrow. Okay. So there are lines, that is Z line. There are bands, that is India band and America band, and there is a zone that is Hawaii zone, that is inside America. Okay, H zone. So more terminologies there are for you to learn. All this requires ATP, that is energy. Okay, contraction and relaxation, remember. This actin has things. Okay, what is this? This actin Okay, this has things like troponin, tropomyosin, F-actin, etc. Okay, so it has what? Troponin, tropomyosin, etc. Who has this? Actin has, the thin guy. Thin guy only is able to move because he's thin, correct? Actin, and he has a very nice name, Actin. He's very active, and he's attached to what? This Z line. Okay. Remember, neither the actin nor the myosin are shortening. It's just the muscle that is shortening. The actin and myosin are actually sliding past each other. They're just overlapping. Okay. Remember, this is not a feature of smooth muscle. This is only of the skeletal and the cardiac muscle, you can say. Okay. And wherever you have the light band, it's just the actin. Wherever you have this dark part, it is the myosin. And these lines, which are super, super dark, they are the Z lines. Okay. That's all now. For now, sarcomere, you should be able to get marks. Just if you want some more brownie points, remember myofibril is the one that has this alternate dark and light bands. That is the sarcomeres. Who has? Myofibril has. Okay. Myofibril is this thread, longitudinal long thread. The myofibril has sarcomeres, remember. Now, what is the cell of muscle called? That is myocyte. Okay. Now, within the, why is it called A band? Because it is anisotropic. It has all the myosin, remember. And the I band is isotropic. That's why it's called I. And it is the light band. It has what? The actin, remember. Now, in the middle, what we told you, the H zone is there, right? Within that, what is there? The myosin is there. So you can remember M band is there in the middle of this H. Within the Hawaii Island, you are having M. What does M stand for in Hawaii Island? So you can remember that as Maui or something, okay? Maui in Hawaii Island in America, okay? Like that you can remember. The Z line is called as some, they're also calling it as Krause's membrane, remember, okay? Krause's membrane. Some words I'm telling you here which are extra,